DJ Envy, Jess Hilarious, and Charlamagne the God.
They're listening to The Breakfast Club.
Thank y'all for being like cultural leaders.
You guys are family.
The Breakfast Club is where people get their information on the topics, on the artists, and everything like that.
I'm winning like that.
You guys were nice. Everybody got me all nervous. Like you guys are. Let's not go watch.
Yeah.
You're locked into the world's most dangerous morning show.
More dangerous than the Bronx.
If you in the Breakfast Club, you ain't gonna bring it 120. You might as well not come up here.
Oh my Jesus, this what y'all do up here?
That's right. Get up out the beds and listen to the greatest show on earth.
Good morning, USA.
Yo 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 yo.
Jess is out. Lauren, good morning.
Good morning, Envy.
Charlamagne running a little late, and it's Thursday. How you feeling?
I feel good. I was a little late this morning, so my makeup isn't what it normally be given. I was watching the Marlon Wayne's Club Shay Shay interview.
That was pretty good.
Lost track of time.
Yeah, no, that was pretty good.
It's real good.
Did you get your rest? Because I know we've been out the last couple of days.
Yes,
so
so
you got some
well
rest.
rested. Yep, I slept as soon as I got home. Then I got back up, did some little work around the house, went back to sleep. Woke up this morning. I woke up so early, so I started watching the interview, and then I got so lost in the interview, I lost track of time.
Yeah, but you feel refreshed.
I feel amazing.
Oh, you and me. Man, I slept so good yesterday. It was such a great thing. And salute to I know some of the students, some of the kids go back to school today.
Okay.
Today, a lot of people, especially on the East Coast, go back to school. So salute to all those parents up and early, getting them kids ready. Y'all about to post the first day of outfits, the first day of school outfits and all that. Absolutely. So salute to those parents. It's back to getting them kids up out of there. Now, today on the show, we have Simone Amelia Jordan. Now, she's an author. She has a new book called Tell Her She's Dreaming, a memoir for ambitious girls. That's out right now. Now, she used to work for Dr. J's, which is kind of like a sneaker store in the tri-state area, New York, New Jersey, Connecticut store. So if you think about it, it's kind of like a foot action. And the reason I'm mentioning that is because she actually gave the Breakfast Club their first photo shoot.
It's fire, right?
For
Full
Dr.
circle
J's.
moment.
Yeah. So she also worked at the Source magazine. So we're going to be talking to her in a little bit. And this morning, Ask C&E. So if you need relationship advice or any type of advice, we'll be opening up the phone lines for you. So if you have some questions for us or Lauren LaRosa, we'll be trying to help you out. All right? Well, let's get the show cracking. When we come back, we got front page news. A lot went on yesterday. And Morgan will be breaking it down. So don't go anywhere. It's the Breakfast Club. Good morning. Morning, everybody. It's DJ Envy, Jess Hilarious, Charlamagne the God. We are the Breakfast Club. Lauren LaRosa filling in for Jess. And let's get in some front page news. Good morning, Morgan.
Good morning. I wish it was a good morning. Unfortunately, we have some bad news to share. Law enforcement is confirming 4 people are dead and at least 9 are in the hospital after an active shooter event at a Georgia high school. So it happened yesterday, Wednesday, at Appalachia High School in Winder, about 50 miles northeast of Atlanta and just west of Athens, Georgia. Now, the suspect is in custody. He's a 14-year-old student, or excuse me, I'm not sure if it's a he, but I believe it's a 14-year-old student at the school. Georgia Bureau of Investigation Director Chris Haase described the incident. Let's hear more from him.
Of those that are deceased, 2 were students and 2 were teachers here at the school. Within minutes, law enforcement was on scene, as well as 2 school resource officers assigned here to the school who immediately encountered the subject within just minutes of this report going out. Once they encountered the subject immediately surrendered to these officers, and he was taken into custody.
That's so damn sad.
It's very sad. We're still dealing with school shootings and a middle school at that. Like, this is crazy. Barrow County Sheriff Judd Smith also said this shooter surrendered to a resource officer inside the school, and he also called the shooting an act of pure evil. Now, the shooting did unfold just as classes got underway. This student was inside when gunfire erupted. Let's hear more from the student witness.
I know my teacher. I know he got shot. I know one of my friends got shot in the leg. I thought I was going to die, and I was going to go to the bathroom right before it happened, and I'm so glad I didn't, because I would probably be dead right now if I did. I heard gunshots, and then my teacher told us to get in the corner, and then they were clearing this. I heard, like, screaming.
Wow. Isn't that sad that you just think that you can't even get up to use the restroom?
Yeah.
You know,
just to have to hear a little baby, like, that's a baby talking about, I thought I was going to die.
Yeah, it's absolutely sad. So the White House says enough is enough. They're responding, of course, to the shooting when it comes to school shootings. White House Press Secretary Karine Jean-Pierre addressed reporters yesterday. Let's hear those comments from KJP.
I want to let you know that the president and the vice president have both been briefed, and his administration will continue coordinating with federal, state, and local officials as we receive more information. We cannot allow this to happen in our communities. We cannot allow this to happen in our schools. We need universal background checks. We need ban assault weapons and high-capacity magazines. Require safe storage of firearms. Invest in violence prevention programs and pass a national red flag law. So we have to do everything that we can to keep our children safe, to keep the people who are supposed to protect our children, who are they supposed to learn from, safe. And enough is enough. Congress needs to act. We're grateful for the brave first responders who are on the scene, and we stand ready to provide support as needed.
I mean, she's right. Listen, I'm 2A all day, right? But I do believe in common sense gun reform. But the reality is, you're never going to get any common sense gun reform in this country as long as these senators are taking money from pro-gun lobbyists like the NRA. The NRA has these senators in a chokehold. These pro-gun groups own these senators, and there will never be any real common sense gun reform as long as these senators are owned by these pro-gun groups like the NRA.
But this one, this kid was 14. It was an AR style weapon. So that means he had to get it from, we think, probably his house, right? So that weapon should have been locked up where he couldn't have access to it, so he couldn't get to it. Even if you are 2A all day and you own weapons, you try to make it so your kids can't get to your weapons. They just can't, like on mine, I have fingerprints on my safe, so my kids can't access any of the gun safes because they can't, their fingerprints won't work. So we just got to find out how this young kid got this AR style weapon, how he was able to take it to school, how it's a lot of questions of how.
It's one thing to get access to it, but then also to know how to operate it, or not necessarily knowing completely knowledgeable, but there should be also locks on it in a sense, like safeties and other things, and that there should,
but also who needs to own an AR style weapon? Like, you don't need to own an AR style weapon. That's the whole point of what she was saying when certain guns need to be banned. Like, that's one of the guns that need to be banned.
And speaking of background checks, I saw the reports that he had been on the FBI's radar in 2023. He had actually been interviewed.
The 14-year-old.
He was 13. He was 13 at the time. He had been interviewed because the FBI had received like anonymous tips about some threats he had made online. So they interviewed him a year ago. So people were like, "Dang. How the heck?" Like, there should have been. I don't know. Like, maybe that. I don't know what that process is, but maybe there should have been some eyes on him, some follow up, because when you get released from prison,
if the FBI is interviewing you at 13,
yes.
That's crazy. That means, hey, maybe there shouldn't be any weapons in that house. If they're interviewing at 13.
Well, there definitely shouldn't be no
that's in the New York Times.
No, definitely no AR.
There definitely shouldn't be no AR style weapons.
All right.
Yeah. All right. Yeah, we'll talk more about it. We'll hear what Vice President Kamala Harris had to say on the other side in the next hour. Also, Trump weighed in on the shooting as well.
All right. Thank you, Morgan. We'll see you next hour.
Sure.
Everybody else, get it off your chest. 800-585-1051. If you need to vent, phone lines are wide open. Again, 800-585-1051 is The Breakfast Club. Good morning.
The Breakfast Club.
I'm dialing. Hey, what you doing, man? I'm dialing. I'm
calling you. This is your time to get it off your chest, whether you're mad or blessed. 800-585-1051. We want to hear from you on The Breakfast Club.
Hello, who's this?
This is Greg calling from Clinton, North Carolina.
Hey, what's up, brother? Get it off your chest.
Hey, man, it's about the gun problem, in America, stuff like that. I think kids, people should be allowed to have guns and stuff like that. That's the Second Amendment right. And training and all that. I train my kids at a young age to use firearms because we live in the country and stuff like that. But the parents should be able to watch their kids and know what's going on. And the little boy probably got the gun probably 3 or 4 years ago for a Christmas present, been practicing with it and everything, But when he got mad, or whatever, and said some stuff about shooting up the school or whatever, the parents should have been on top of things. So I feel like the parents should be accountable for what the child does. Man, in a case like that, it was fine for over a year ago, but now he goes and does it, they should have took the guns or whatever if they thought it was going to be a problem.
Oh, yeah, I'm sure that they are probably going to hold the parents accountable. Remember, we saw that other case where the parents got held accountable.
That was in
because
Virginia, I think, right?
I forgot where it was, but where the kid took the gun and committed a mass shooting. I'm sure the parents are going to be held accountable. But like I keep saying, man, I'm a 2A all day, but I just don't see why people need weapons of war in their house if they're not planning to go to war.
Yeah, no, I agree with
what's
you.
What's the point?
AR-15 or any type of a thing where you could have multiple magazines with multiple bullets and ammunition, I don't think makes sense.
No need to have weapons of war if you're not planning on going to war. Those guns are created to kill, multiple amounts of people at one time.
Right.
So if you're not planning on killing multiple amounts of people at one time, why do you have these weapons?
No, you're right. Hello, who's this?
This Sheila.
Hey,
Hi.
Sheila, good morning.
Good morning. Hi, DJ Amy. Hi, Charlamagne. Hi, Loria. How you guys doing today?
Peace.
Good.
I mean, Loria.
Yeah. Hey, Loria. Sorry. I was just thinking about the mass shooting. Don't we think it's time that we start putting the parents in jail for not locking up their guns?
Yeah.
This needs to be ridiculous.
That's happening, though. I mean, there's been... Let me look up the case. Yeah, the Michigan school shooting.
It was one in Michigan. I know it was one in Michigan.
Yep.
Yeah.
Parents were sentenced to 10 years.
More parents that start being held responsible locking up their guns for not locking up their guns. I think they should go to jail. That's all I want to say this morning. I just think we should.
You know what, Sheila?
Start locking up the parents.
The problem is, and I keep hearing that they're gonna make this. They'll make a firearm with a fingerprint on the actual trigger. And the reason why I say that is a lot of people don't lock up their guns because they feel like if somebody runs up in their house to rob them,
get to it real fast.
It's gonna be hard to open up that safe and get to it, especially pitch black at night. So a lot of people don't lock up their guns for that simple reason. But if there was some type of fingerprint on the trigger where it could actually, you can set it for maybe you or your wife or whatever it may be. That's why a lot of people don't lock up their firearms.
Oh, how about if you're not home, lock up your firearms?
Right.
I'm sure this little 13-year-old.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Yeah, this 13-year-old, 14-year-old kid didn't go in his parents' room when they were home and just take the AR and walk out the house. You know what I'm saying?
The AR is just totally different. I mean, you can see that. I mean, it's just disgusting. But thank you for calling, Sheila.
No, you have a good day.
You too. Now.
Yeah, it was Michigan. The case of James Crumbly. That's his son. That's the guy he killed 4 students at his high school in 2021, and those parents got 10 years.
I thought that one child in Virginia that shot his teacher, I thought they charged his parents as well, if I can remember.
I don't remember.
Get it off your chest. 800-585-1051. If you need to vent, hit us up now. It's The Breakfast Club. Good morning.
The Breakfast Club.
It's a new day.
This is your time to get it off your chest.
Wake up.
Whether you're mad or blessed.
It's time to get up and get something.
Call up now. 800-585-1051. We want to hear from you on The Breakfast Club.
Hello, who's this?
Wayne.
Wayne, good morning. Get it off your chest, Wayne.
Man, I'm just sending some love to the family.
Wayne, your phone's cutting in and out. I don't know if you got Bluetooth or not, but I'm looking at the list here. It says your nephew was a student at the school?
Yes, sir. Yes.
Is he okay?
Yeah, man, he's good. Just sending love to the family. I wanted to say.
Word. Love, my brother.
Yeah.
And that's all.
All right, man. Hello, who's this?
Good morning.
Good morning. What's your name?
Hey, I'm Shay.
Hey, Shay. Get it off your chest, Shay.
Okay, so yesterday, Charlamagne. Good morning, y'all. I'm sorry. Good morning, Lauren, Star, Indy.
Good morning.
Good morning. Charlamagne, you were trolling a little too hard yesterday.
What I do?
What part of the show?
Okay, ain't no way you looked at Lauren and told her to clap for that man and that woman after he done made a baby and
Girl, yes, he did with these little eyes.
If you
look, let me tell you something. Just because you can't give birth don't mean you don't know that hurt. I'm pretty sure that hurts you more than you can probably explain, Lauren. And stop talking about clapping for somebody. I wish I would clap for him.
That's why you ain't blessed right now. That's why. That's why.
I'm blessed, baby. You don't control my blessings. I'm blessed.
Learn to celebrate.
I'm on my way to work this morning in a car that's fully paid for, and I just kissed my kids. Good morning. I'm blessed.
Right.
But learn to celebrate other people's success. I'm happy for you right now.
I don't mind celebrating other people. I'm glad you. I'm happy for you too. But No, come on.
Let me get my tape I was up here throwing yesterday because I feel like it's coming back.
Problem. I don't know
You need
why.
a dark thing. You need a tranquilizer. You don't need tape. You need something that's gonna put around.
I told Envy, he's talking about stun gun. Please get me something stronger.
We can just shock his ass.
So traumatized. Learn to clap for people. Wow.
Maybe it's too soon.
Hello, who's this?
Gary.
Hey, get it off your chest.
I just wanted to say how you guys are doing a bang-up job. I'm calling from East Orange, New Jersey. I just got off work, and I just wanted to say I didn't know if he was a black kid or a white kid. I'm sorry that it happened. I feel for all the parents and everybody, and I just wanted to say thank you. You guys are doing a bang-up job.
Thank you
so
very
much.
much.
I've been up all night. I just got off work. But I just want to say, guys, thank you for everything. And Fat Man Scoop, rest in peace. I love him.
Yeah, definitely rest in peace, Fat Man Scoop.
All right, baby. Thank
you.
Get it off your chest. 800-585-1051. Now we got Jess with the Mess with Lauren LaRosa coming up. What are we talking about?
We do. We are getting into the Marlon Wayans interview on Club Shay Shay.
Okay. All right. We'll talk about that when we come back. It's The Breakfast Club. Good morning.
The Breakfast Club.
Morning, everybody. It's DJ NV, Jess Hilarious, Charlamagne the Guy. We are The Breakfast Club. Let's get to Jess with the Mess with Lauren LaRosa.
News is real, whether
Jess Hilarious, Jessica Robin Moore. Just don't do no lies. Don't do no lies.
She don't spare nobody.
Worldwide Jess, worldwide Mack.
On The Breakfast Club.
She's a coach of shoes.
With Lauren LaRosa.
I'm back. And I got the mess.
Talk to me.
Marlon Wayans sat down with Shannon Sharp for Club Shay Shay, and he got into a lot of the Wayans family history, which is always a good listen. He talks about a lot of different things. Let's get into the first clip where he talks about his family leaving In Living Color.
We left In Living Color because Fox was syndicating the show and it was hurting Keenan's pockets, and Keenan was like, nah, you ain't gonna do this to me. And my family said, this money, and we all left In Living Color. There's an episode of Living Color where we got black shades on. It's a Christmas episode. Jamie Foxx is singing, and me and my family got black glasses on, and we sitting there like this as a family because we protesting, and we going, you ain't gonna my brother. We a family. You touch one, you touch all. Your money, I'm sorry. They was offering us big checks, $70,000 checks to stay on that show. I'm still a brother after this. No, I'm gonna support my brother, and we all left the show. And that's why season 5, it got weird. It got Bismarcky, and God bless Chris Rock. He came at the wrong time, but and as brilliant as he is, you couldn't save it because the eyes of the show is gone.
Nobody needs a 6-part documentary more than the Wayans family. Keenan Ivory Wayans is a god and should always be treated as such. Drop on the clues bombs for the Wayans brothers. Wayans family.
For real. And then, so speaking of getting weird, he also talked about Harvey Weinstein, because if you remember, Harvey Weinstein's company backed Miramax. So when the Wayans family was doing all of the scary movies, they were working with Weinstein through that process. And they had some hiccups in that relationship as well, too. Let's take a listen.
We pitched White Chicks to 5 other places. Everybody bid. So then they come and go, okay, we're going to come over the top and we're going to pay you, I think it was like a 20 against 20 deal, whatever. And
But you got that on the second
22 against 22. And we was like, no. And they took the idea and I was like, oh, you. So they took the idea, they hired the Zucker brothers and they brought them on to do Scary Movie 3 based on the idea that we told them. You got that one off. Part 4 didn't do as well. But you don't know the formula. But God is everywhere, right? So we didn't retaliate. We did nothing with it like this.
You didn't file no lawsuit like he did.
We should have. We go on, made our money. White Chicks made another classic. Little Man made another classic. We do our thing. Right. Fast forward to, sometimes you ain't got to do nothing. Because God's going to do it all.
Let him have it.
God's revenge. When God comes for you, you got to trust God.
So he's saying all that stuff happened to Harvey because Harvey stole a Scary Movie?
Yeah, basically he's saying that was a part of, not just because of that. That was a part of the karma, right?
Yeah, I'm glad Marlon feels like that, but the reality is if Harvey did that to the Wayans brothers, he did that to a lot of other people.
Yeah.
And if we want to talk about karma, I believe 11 counts of rape will ultimately catch up to you faster than stealing Scary Movie.
Hello? I think he was just speaking to the fact of Harvey, from what he experienced with Harvey Weinstein. Yeah, he's not a good person. And when you're not a good person, because Shannon was asking him, like, did you guys sue him? Like, y'all should have. And he was like, we should have, but no, we didn't. And he was saying, like, they didn't do it, and they sat back and...
Harvey was just doing a lot of people dirty in a lot of different ways, and it all caught up.
Yep. Now, finally, the last clip that we have is Marlon talking about the Wayans and how they are like the originators of the halftime show for the Super Bowl.
Keenan and Eric Gold and those guys came up with the idea to do the halftime show because they had bands, marching bands playing. Yeah. And Keenan they was like they got with Doritos and I think Pepsi, somebody else, and they was like, we're gonna steal the audience. And Living Color was at its biggest. Yes. And it was like, we gonna take that audience and bring them to In Living Color and did a special In Living Color halftime show. All the viewers scattered, left the Super Bowl, went to Fox, watched this hilarious live In Living Color episode. Damon got in some trouble. Yeah, so we stole the audience. And the next year, they was like, y'all ain't never doing that again. And they paid the biggest star in the world to come do the halftime show.
You know, this is why when you have those historic stories like that, you got to keep telling them over and over. Yes. Because it's always new to someone.
That's right.
I've heard that story a million times. But
new to a lot of people.
To a new generation, they're like, oh, I didn't know that.
Yep.
Now, speaking of Marlon telling his story, y'all remember a few weeks ago we had talked about the back and forth between Vlad TV and Marlon because Vlad had reached out to Marlon to do a sit-down interview. Marlon said, okay, I'll do it, but here's my price. It's $40K. And Vlad got on Twitter and talked about how, well, after the Aries Spirits interview where he brought it up there, he then got on Twitter and was having a conversation about how he thought that was crazy because Marlon Wayans typically on any according to Vlad, on any platform he's on, and the numbers at the time for what we could see for some of Marlon's recent interviews would only do 100 to maybe 300,000 views on these platforms, and it wouldn't make sense for Vlad money-wise because of what Marlon was asking for.
Right. Where Marlon at? What the number at with Club Shay Shay?
On Club Shay Shay, Marlon is at 1.3 million in 18 hours for the full interview, and they've started pulling out clips, so there'll be some more numbers added to that. Now, to put this in context, I want to compare it to Shannon Sharp's last two interviews, which was Tyrese and John Cena. Tyrese hit 3.1 million in 7 days. And John Cena hit 2.1 million in 2 weeks. So, I mean, Club Shay Shay is the place to go to, you know what I mean, right now. So the numbers are going to number. But for Marlon to hit 1.3 in 18 hours, I think Vlad missed out. Like, I think that it speaks to the people still wanting to hear these historical, like, TV entertainment moments from Marlon, who is, you know, Marlon is still relevant, but the Wayans family, what they've done, and like the institution of that, is a big deal. So,
well, if Vlad didn't know that already, he's hearing you say it now. And Marlon is petty. I'm guarantee you Marlon's gonna let Vlad know at some point on social media today, in the next 24 hours.
Yeah, I'm sure today.
Yeah, and Vlad, before this Shannon Sharp interview, Vlad had DJ Academics on his platform, and he did apologize for how he handled the situation, which was whack, by coming on Twitter and all that. And he said he had respect for Marlon, whatever. But yes, Marlon's numbers they're numbering over on Club Shay Shay. So now moving on, Naomi Campbell, Anna Wintour got into a little Fashion Week. Let's take a listen really quick.
Honor of presenting tonight to someone who is often late.
I want to say this. Everything's meant to work out the way it's meant to work out. It wasn't my choice to have the other lady. I'd much rather have this. So thank you.
What they say?
So she said, everything that's supposed to work out for me is going to work out. It wasn't my choice to have the other lady. I'd much rather have this. And what she's speaking to when she says this is Naomi Campbell was at the Harlem's Fashion Row Style Awards, and she was going to be receiving the Fashion Icon Award. The award was supposed to be given to her by Anna Wintour. Anna Wintour went on stage and opened it because she said Naomi Campbell was late.
Called her the N-word. Okay, continue.
She said Naomi Campbell was late. So
Called her the N-word.
Naomi Campbell came up after, and she said, look, I was a little, I'm here, like it's happening.
What did Naomi say at first? What the first line she said?
What
did she say? Red, play it back? Just the first line.
Honor of presenting tonight to someone who is
Naomi.
often late.
I heard Anna call her the N-word.
I want to say this.
Yes, we did. When you say you
everything's meant to work out the way it's meant to work out. It wasn't my choice to have the other lady. I'd much rather have this.
That's Naomi.
Whatever the first word Naomi said, she called her a bitch. So Anna called her the N-word.
Yeah, I mean,
yes,
it's
and Naomi said bitch, and then she said whatever the way it's supposed to work out.
Naomi gonna give it to you how you throwing it. Right. She don't care who you are. And now to clarify, Naomi Campbell's people are coming out and they're clarifying that Naomi was not late. She was given a time to be there and she showed up at that time. However, what they are saying is that Anna Wintour had plans after. She was trying to make her way to the U.S. Open, so they moved up the presentation slot to an earlier time. Anna Wintour said her little part, and then she left because people were like, oh, this is real shady because Anna Wintour didn't even stay for the presentation.
So Naomi wasn't late. Anna Wintour was early.
Anna Wintour handed off the presentation to a Harper's Bazaar editor-in-chief who presented to Naomi. And when she says, I would much rather have this, she's saying, I would much rather have been presented this award by the Harper's Bazaar editor.
But explain the sad thing, because the sad thing is this is supposed to be all about black fashion.
It's supposed to be all about, black fashion and iconic black fashion moments and people in black fashion. And now we done had to pull Naomi Campbell back out of her bag from back in the day. Like, don't play with her.
Has anybody ever seen Anna Wintour's eyes?
I've never. Wait, yes, she be taking her glasses off sometimes.
I ain't never seen her with her shades off.
Nah, she always got her shades
She always
on.
got her Stevie Wonder going on. How y'all know Anna Wintour not blind, but y'all taking her advice on fashion?
She saw that Naomi Campbell. Well, no, she didn't see Naomi Campbell was late because according to Naomi Campbell, she wasn't late.
Y'all taking her advice on fashion and she blind.
No, look, she got her glasses off right here.
Man.
Glasses off right here.
All right. Well, that is Jess with the Mess with
I like
Lauren
my
LaRosa.
story better.
All right. Now,
I'm a Rosa.
I said Lauren LaRosa.
Oh.
You know it's Lauren LaRosa? People think I'm like Spanish or something, like Dominican or something, because you say LaRosa.
First she Lauren London, the Delaware Nunu. Now she's Spanish.
Latino. No.
You got to cut this out.
People are always like, that's not your real name because you're not like Dominican or something. I'm like, it's Rosa. My grandmother's name is Rosa. It's Rosa.
Oh, that's black.
Not Rosa.
Okay, now
it's
Lauren LaRosa.
It's very niggish. Yes.
So why you be saying LaRosa?
I say Lauren LaRosa. Y'all say Lauren LaRosa. I don't say Lauren LaRosa.
Now this make more sense.
I say Lauren LaRosa.
You don't say Rosa. My name was Rosa.
My grandmother's name is Rosa. My mom's name is Lois. She did the LOs for Lauren and La Rosa. Lolo.
Like
my nickname's Lolo.
Lauren LaRosa.
Thank you.
There you go.
Yeah. Put some cotton fields on my name.
I like that.
Put some respect on my name.
All right. When we come back, we got front page news. It's the Breakfast Club. Good morning.
Wake up. You're locked into the Breakfast Club.
Morning, everybody. It's DJ NV, Jess Hilarious, Charlamagne the Guy. We are the Breakfast Club. Lauren LaRosa is filling in for Jess. And let's get in some front page news. What's up, Morgan?
Yeah, we're still talking about this shooting, the school shooting out of Georgia at Appalachian High School in Barrow County. So the 14-year-old Colt Gray is his name. He will be tried as an adult for allegedly opening fire and killing 4 victims at Appalachian High School in Barrow County. Now, the FBI did confirm, as Lauren mentioned in the last hour, that investigators were called to his home after an online threat with an image of guns were anonymously reported back in May of 2023. Now, the agency says there was no probable cause at the time for an arrest. Vice President Kamala Harris, she's weighing in on the school shooting in Georgia, calling it outrageous that parents have to worry about their children's safety while they're at school. Let's hear more from Vice President Harris.
It's senseless. It is. We've got to stop it. And we have to end this epidemic of gun violence in our country once and for all. You know, it doesn't have to be this way. It doesn't have to be this way. But our kids are sitting in a classroom where they should be fulfilling their God-given potential, and some part of their big, beautiful brain is concerned about a shooter busting through the door of the classroom.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's very scary. I mean, I got 6 kids, and 5 of them are still in school, so I mean, it's very scary. One starts today. She's back in school today, and it's just it makes you nervous every time you get a text, every time you see a phone rings and it's the school. The first thing you do is you worry. You know what I mean? And
especially during school hours.
Yes.
Like, yes.
And these are young kids. Like, it's not even like, it's not even like these kids are like 17. These are young 13-year-old kids.
Yep.
So the Democratic presidential nominee, Vice President Kamala Harris, of course, she spoke on the school shooting while holding a campaign event in New Hampshire. She added that gun violence is one of the major issues of this election. Now, meanwhile, former President Trump, he briefly touched on the shooting at the high school in Georgia, and he also questioned the fairness of next week's debate. Trump also addressed statements that he and his running mate J.D. Vance were weird or are weird. Let's hear more from former President Trump.
I agreed to do it because they wouldn't do any other network. The other thing is, her best friend is the head of the network. Her husband's best friend is married to the head of the network. And they're going to get the questions. Well, it's a sick and angry world for a lot of reasons. And we're going to make it better. We're going to heal our world. We're going to get rid of all these wars that are starting all over the place because of JD is not weird. He's a solid rock. I happen to be a very solid rock. We're not weird. We're other things perhaps, but we're not weird.
If you have to say you're not weird, you're probably weird. What network is he talking about?
ABC. So yes, he during a town hall event with Fox News, Trump called ABC News dishonest, and while also saying Vice President Harris would be getting her questions in advance. So the town hall saw
Kamala Harris' best friend is the head of ABC. When that happened?
I'm not privy to that information. So yeah, but the town hall saw Trump stick to most of the same talking points as he has across his campaign events, including immigration, the economy, and tax cuts. Both campaigns have finally agreed to the ground rules set forth by ABC, which will be hosting the debate, which is at this point less than a week away. That'll be next Wednesday. Now, Trump had previously threatened to back out of that debate after Harris's team objected to the rules about muted microphones. Harris's campaign argued she will be fundamentally disadvantaged by the muted microphones because they will serve as a shield to Donald Trump from direct exchanges with the vice president. Now, however, on Wednesday, Harris's team agreed to despite that though, her team has agreed to the conditions, saying they don't want to jeopardize the debate. So, so the debate is going on less than a week away, next Wednesday on ABC. That is the September 11th. And
so the microphones will be muted?
Yes, they will be muted.
I don't think they should be muted. I think that they should be open. And the reason I think that they should be open is because, the vice president is going to have Trump so frazzled simply because she knows what she's talking about and he doesn't, and he's just going to be lying. So all he's going to be able to do is overtalk her, insult her, try to overpower her, keep the mics open so he can look like a madman. You want him to look insane. He's going to look insane regardless.
I was going to say he's going to have the faces on him regardless.
Keep the mics open. Let him overtalk. Let him insult. Let him overpower so the American people can see that and be like, this is what y'all want.
And they might want that, but I think you mute the mic so that way you can hear what she's saying when she's talking about policies and things that's important. You could actually hear it, because if not, like you said, he's gonna be going rampant.
Well, let's switch gears to some more positive news. Week 1 of the NFL kicks off tonight. The action kicks off between the defending Super Bowl champions, the Kansas City Chiefs. They begin their quest for a three-peat, something no team in the NFL has ever done. They'll be taking on the Baltimore Ravens, my Ravens, at Arrowhead Stadium at home in Kansas City. Of course, the Ravens finished last season with the top seed after going 13-4, but failed to defend home field after failing to the Chiefs in the AFC Championship game.
We're going to bust y'all ass on the 22nd, Morgan.
Okay.
My Dallas Cowboys versus Ravens, 4:25 p.m. September 22nd.
Morgan,
if the Lulu was a person.
He says this every year. Now he's going to say that they're going to make it to the Super Bowl and they're going to win the Super Bowl. Go ahead,
you always talk about my delusion. Go ahead.
But
you know what? My delusion all the time. Go ahead.
I'm glad you said it for me.
See?
Dallas Cowboys.
Yeah, you're definitely
delusional.
I will say this, though. One story that I'm really excited to see is Buffalo Bills safety Damar Hamlin. He's going to be in the starting lineup with his team's season opener against the Arizona Cardinals. You remember he had he suffered cardiac arrest in a Monday Night Football game last year. I believe that was in Ohio. They were playing Cincinnati. But yes, he suffered cardiac arrest during that Monday Night Football game last year. And so it'll be cool to see Hamlin get back out on the field and actually get into some football action. So I'm excited about football. It'll be quite the little bit of a silver lining with all of this drama going on. So, Yep. That's your front page news. Follow me on socials at Morgan Media, MorgynMedia. And for more news coverage, make sure you're following at Black Information Network and download the free iHeartRadio app. Visit BINnews.com for more.
All right. Now, when we come back, thank you, Morgan. Simone Amelia Jordan will be joining us. She has a new book, Tell Us She's Dreaming. Now, Simone was the first person to put us in I guess like a print ad for Dr. J's.
It was the first major photo shoot the Breakfast Club ever did. When she used to work at Dr. J's back in the day, she did a whole photo shoot. And she had us dressed like the characters from the actual movie.
Breakfast Club,
The Breakfast Club.
She also was working at The Source at one time.
Worked at The Source magazine. She's just a very dope person, man. So we'll be talking to her about her new book.
Right. When we come back. So don't move. It's The Breakfast Club. Good morning.
The Breakfast Club.
Morning, everybody. It's DJ NV, Jess Hilarious, Charlamagne the Guy. We are The Breakfast Club. Lauren LaRose is filling in for Jess, and we got a special guest in the building. We have Simone Amelia Jordan. Welcome back.
Oh, thank you so much. I'm so excited to be here.
How many hats have you worn, Simone? You hip-hop journalist, personality, fashion brand,
photographer.
I'm an immigrant. We get the job done, as they say. What can I say?
Now an author.
Yes. Like you, I'm trying to get on your level. I think I've got undiagnosed ADHD, as they say. I've always been driven by hip hop in everything that I do, which hasn't been easy coming from a country where hip hop isn't respected that much.
Well, tell us about that too. Tell us about growing up in Australia with hip hop. How big was it? Was it easy?
It started way before Iggy.
Oh, okay. Was that Iggy's fault?
Yeah.
She did say she wasn't a part of the problem.
Well, it's funny, when I met Iggy, I did Iggy's first on-camera interview for drjays.com, and I initially thought, I'm not going to like this girl because she kind of represents everything that I have fought against my whole career.
Damn.
Yeah. A pretty white girl coming in, and I wanted to know how genuine she was and authentic to the roots of the art form and paying respect to its black and brown founders. But I felt I've got this mama vibe, and I felt very protective over her when I met her. And then obviously her career skyrocketed, and we didn't keep in touch. But
I like Iggy. I
was about to say,
I didn't like Iggy. I liked it.
She was she loved what she did.
Mm-hmm.
She loved, and whatever the feedback and response to that is out of her control, right? But she genuinely loved what she was doing. So growing up in Australia with hip hop it's tough. We have our incredible First Nations Aboriginal community who embraced it from very early on. I'm Lebanese background, a lot of Arab Australians embraced it very early on, but we never got the respect. It was very similar to the States, but our minorities are even smaller. We're smaller minorities in a majority white country, and so it never got the respect that it deserved. It still doesn't to this day get the respect that it deserves.
Even there? They don't have their own scene there?
Well, funnily enough, it has a very small scene, but it's run by white people still. And coming back after living in New York for a decade, and achieving what I did, and ended up at the Source magazine becoming the content director. When I came home, because I got very sick, I got Crohn's disease and got really sick trying to keep up with the Joneses in New York for 10 years. So came home and everyone was like, oh, you're going to be the top of it. When you get home, you're going to get every job. You'll be at the radio stations. I still don't get, the doors are still closed to me.
Wow.
Because the only hip hop and R&B radio station in Australia has only 2 live shows, and both are hosted by blonde white women.
Wow.
Yeah, I felt more accepted here. I felt more accepted when I got to New York. I was like, these are my people, this is home. Because I'm a hustler, obviously. Like you said, I've got a million gigs. And that's what the story of the book is about. It's about chasing your dreams even though you get all these doors closed in your face. It's my love letter to this music genre that I think a lot of people forget has changed the world. And it's changed the world in so many ways. And I've always been very vocal about paying tribute to its black founders. And a lot of people don't do that enough, I think. So that book is the love letter to that.
In its purest form, hip-hop brings people together.
Oh, in its purest form, it has taught me and so many other kids around the world to be proud of myself too. I recognized the pro-black consciousness when I was a kid in the late 80s. And I'm like, their self-empowerment made me feel pride in being Middle Eastern at a time when stereotypes were rampant. And I was really being taught by the movies I was watching and the media I was seeing to hate myself and to think of myself in a negative way. And I'm like, no, Public Enemy are telling me fight the power, so I can't even begin to describe what black people in the United States have done for marginalized kids around the world in terms of our own pride.
What did your family think about when you found out this love for hip hop?
Yeah.
Because even in the States here, when hip hop first came around, everybody thought it was just gonna be fatty. They thought it was gonna be quick. They thought it was just some hippity hop. But it caught on. So what was your family like?
My family loved it. I was raised by a single mother and by my grandmother too. So very matriarchal family. And my mum loves hip hop. My mum, I think, my mum's a rebel, so she recognized that kind of rebellious fight the power instinct that it has. And I started rapping at 9. That's the first chapter in the book, but I very quickly realized that was not my role. And so
I think we all started rapping here. I think.
Do you think
he was Dizzy Van Winkle? I was a rapper at first, and just
we all dreamed a little dream.
I think you should.
I think I should drop a mixtape for
sure. That's another thing. Women's empowerment has been a really big theme in my career. I did an all-female mixtape back around those days, 2011, called Woman on Top, with really early verses from Iggy. Rhapsody was on there really early. I had a Reebok sneaker come out in 2012 where we did this freestyle thing, and it's on YouTube, and it's a really young Rhapsody and Who else was on there? Ty Phoenix, like all these female rappers. Brianna Perry at the time. Remember Brianna?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and like to me, like, and especially championing black women for me was very important too. Like, I'm very respectful of the culture, and I know that I'm a guest in the culture, but I also know that I have something to contribute as an international kind of representative of it too.
What inspired you to go from doing, like, I guess, hip-hop journalism to writing a whole memoir?
Well, I've always been very careful about telling the stories that I feel black journalists should tell. So I'm like, I can tell a memoir because it's my story, right? So I thought that would be a good place to start on a book journey. And I had always thought about writing my memoir, but I thought my story was so singular and very rare that it might not connect to a lot of people. But as I was writing it, I'm like, oh my God, there are a lot of themes here that, especially for young women, I'm talking about like racism, classism, sexism, being groomed as a teenager, because I wanted to be on radio and I wanted to be a journalist so badly, getting taken advantage of by like an older guy in the industry who was dangling carrots. Like, these things happen to women in the industry. They're very prevalent. And so as I'm telling this story, I'm like, wait a minute, these themes are going to resonate. So I kept forging ahead. I entered a contest actually during COVID. It's called the Ritual Prize for Writers. And I thought, I'm not going to win this because publishing, again, like every other industry in Australia, is very white. They're not going to understand the story. But I ended up beating like almost 1,000 entries, and I won the Ritual Prize, and then they offered me the book deal, and the book came out in Australia about a year ago, and it's just come out just this week in the States. So I think there's a lot in there for fans of hip hop and people that are living between cultures to relate to.
All right, we got more with Simone, Amelia, Jordan. When we come back, don't move. It's the Breakfast Club. Good morning. Good morning, everybody. It's DJ Envy, Jess Hilarious, Charlamagne the Guy. We are the Breakfast Club. Lauren LaRosa filling in for Jess. We're still kicking it with Simone, Amelia, Jordan. She's a journalist. She was a content director of The Source, also Dr. J's. Right now, she has a book out called Tell Her She's Dreaming. Charlamagne?
Why the title Tell Her She's Dreaming?
Okay.
And then also every chapter has a dream.
Yeah. I realized when I was writing the book that dreaming was a very prevalent theme in my life. Like, I even went through my old magazines that I had, issues that I had edited, and I was speaking in the editor's letter about chasing this dream that felt impossible as a kid from the other side of the world to come to New York and work in hip hop. Yeah, dreams had been really prevalent in my life. My mother was a dreamer, is a dreamer. She wanted to be in the circus, God bless her whole life. But my grandmother was very salt of the earth. You know, she raised 7 kids on her own, basically, and worked 3 jobs. And so I had the really kind of down to earthness of my grandmother mixed with the dreaming of my mom. And I think that made me able to achieve those dreams, right? Because you can't have dreams without work ethic. And also in Australia, there's a very famous movie called The Castle. It's a very Australian movie, and there's a very famous Australian saying, and it's tell him he's dreaming, which is like, you know, tell him he's dreaming. It's very ochre Australian, which is like you're having yourself on, right? Like, you can't be serious. It'll
You're
never.
bugging.
You're bugging.
Yeah.
That's exactly what it is.
Tell
You're
him he's
bugging.
dreaming.
That's right. Thank you for the translation. You're bugging. And so I made it feminine. So I made it tell her she's dreaming, because my whole career I've been told this will never happen.
Right.
You know, like, who are you to think that you're going to get there? And I grew up reading The Source, and I ended up being the content director of my favorite magazine ever. So I achieved those dreams, and I'm very proud of that.
What's left? What are you still dreaming about? What do you still want to accomplish, if anything at all?
I am dreaming of, I've shifted into more of a mentor role. That's very important to me, as we can see with the book. My heart is kind of still in New York, which is tough.
You want to come back to New York?
I feel like I'm living in 2 places. I feel like I belong here career-wise, but now I'm married and I have a 6-year-old beautiful daughter. Shout out to my beautiful family. I think they're listening online from Sydney. I don't know what time it is right now.
And your family's from Australia?
No, my husband's from New York, but I met him in Australia.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, life is crazy. I lived in Harlem for 10 years. He's from Harlem. Wow. And I met him when I moved back to Australia.
What the hell was he doing in Australia?
He had jobs there. Like, he used to play basketball, but he had lived in Australia for a long time. He'd lived there like 15 years when I met him. And so, yeah, life is, you never know what's around the corner. But for me next, I'm kind of open to whatever happens next. I'm consulting and mentoring, and I'm writing more. Actually, I have an essay coming out soon.
An essay?
Like an op-ed?
Yeah, I'm writing about hip hop in Palestine. Yeah. So
I see you talk about that a lot on Instagram.
Yeah, I know. We talk about it, Charlamagne and I, which I appreciate how open-minded you are about everything. And I just want to give you a special shout-out on air for even allowing me to come up, because I disappeared from the scene for so many years. And, you know, a lot of people forget. People, they leave the messages on read, and you didn't.
You've always been solid. And
yeah, thank you.
Like you said, you gave us our first
and your photos in the book, man. So, like, your photos in the book. So, yeah, I'm writing an essay on. I'm very passionate about hip hop started as an art form to be the voice of the voiceless, right? The voice of the oppressed. And I feel like there are a number of artists that are speaking out, and you've had them up on this show, but I feel like we could be doing a lot more. And hip hop's biggest stars are very loudly silent. So I'm trying to unpack that.
That's a conversation we've had a lot of here. That
yes.
You know, some of the biggest celebrities haven't said anything.
Yes.
And you know, for some people, they don't get into politics.
Yes.
They don't know. They don't understand. And what's your thoughts on it?
I think art is political. And I think that when we're watching a live stream genocide, that it's not hard to say, I just want innocent people to stop being killed. It's deeper than that, but on a very basic level. As an Arab woman, I feel like we're not humanized enough. And I would like to see my people be humanized. And I'm inspired by Nat Turner's Rebellion. Like, when I say I learned about Black history through hip hop, I learned about Black history. I think that it wouldn't be happening if more people stood up and said something. And really, they're asking us to use our voices. That's all they're asking for. Please use your platform. Please use your voice. So this essay, it might ruffle a little feathers, but I feel like we get one life on this earth, and if I don't use that to I'm privileged, and I feel like I should use that privilege for the greater good.
What do you think about the language surrounding it, right? Because like you hear politicians, they all say the same thing. They acknowledge what happened on October 7th, which we all can agree with a travesty. And then they say the hostages have to come home, and then it can be a ceasefire. What do you think of that language?
I think that we have to acknowledge that before October 7, there are thousands of Palestinian hostages that are in jail under no charges at all, men, women and children.
Oh, wow.
Yes, and that never gets spoken about. I think we have to acknowledge that Gaza has no control by land, air or sea. I think there are many factors that have dehumanized this population for decades that we're not taking into account prior to that operation on October 7. And so I think when we speak about this issue, and again, I'm not Palestinian, I am Lebanese, and Israel is constantly at war with southern Lebanon too. So I do have a vested interest in this, but it's a human issue. And I just think that if you keep sending bombs to a population, how is it going to stop? Like, I just think the narrative doesn't make sense, and we're being gaslit very much at the moment. And I think people need to understand there are a lot of people in pain right now.
You have a picture here with Khaled. Have
Yes.
you and Khaled had a conversation? Because I know he's been a big topic of people feel like he should be speaking up more. So have y'all had a conversation?
I'm writing about Khaled in the essay.
That was my question. Who exactly are you?
I'm writing about Khaled in the essay. I'm writing about a couple others that go to the Middle East to party, make money from other countries in the Middle East, but when it's time to talk about our pain, radio silence. And I think that that's happened with Black people for decades now, right? They want our rhythm and not our blues. That's the saying. And now we're feeling it. And so I acknowledge all that in the essay. And I see Black people say to each other, why should we give a damn about them? They've never given a damn about us. And I acknowledge that too. And I think we have to be very honest and have these honest conversations about everything. And we can't move forward until that. But to your point,
have you spoke?
I'll put that in the essay and you can read about it. But no, we haven't directly spoken. Everyone has their own journey. I understand that. But as a Middle Eastern person, I know our community are heartbroken at his silence.
All right, we got more with Simone, Amelia, Jordan. When we come back, don't move. It's the Breakfast Club. Good morning. Morning, everybody. It's DJ NV, Jess Hilarious, Charlamagne the Guy. We are the Breakfast Club. Lauren LaRosa filling in for Jess. We're still kicking it with Simone Amelia Jordan. She's a journalist. She was a content director of The Source, also Dr. J's. Right now, she has a book out called Tell Her She's Dreaming. Charlamagne?
It's going to be interesting to see what happens, especially in November with the election, especially in places like Michigan, because the reality is America is always going to fund Israel's military. So it's just going to be interesting to see what happens.
What do you think will happen in Michigan?
I really truly don't know. I really don't know. I really have no idea. Because even when I think about all those people who voted, uncommitted in the primary, it's a part of me that's like, but if Trump gets in, it's going to be worse.
I don't know what's worse than genocide. I do know what's worse, and I understand what you're saying because I do understand that there are other issues, right? LGBTQI rights, abortion. Like, there are huge issues on the table.
But that's what I mean when I say worse. I mean worse for Gaza.
Yeah.
Like,
there's no worse for Gaza right now. There can't be. There can't be. There can't be. Like you said, if what you said is true, that America unequivocally stands with Israel, which is what Kamala Harris has said unequivocally, then how can there be worse? That change of power will be the exact same thing. So it's just done in different ways, probably. So I don't know what's going to happen. I'm not American. I'm married to an American. My daughter is a dual citizen, and I'm very vested in. I have I love this country. It's given me so many opportunities, but like it does break my heart. The foreign policy of America obviously affects the world. America is still a superpower. I don't know if it always will be, and I don't know if Americans realize the shift in the view of this country around globally. There has been a huge shift. But people always say to me, oh, Americans, they only care about America. They don't care about the rest of the world. And I say, as someone who lived here for a decade, until you live here, you don't understand what they're dealing with on a day-to-day basis. You have to give Americans some grace because there's so much that goes on here that to take on, I've had conversations with friends, to take on some other tragedy is a lot mentally because dealing with things day to day here is crazy enough. So I get that, but it's good to kind of be aware of what's happening that affects, because it's your tax dollars, right?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
The last chapter is Don't Dream It's Over. Break that down.
Oh, the last chapter, Don't Dream It's Over. It's basically about, like you said, every chapter has the word dream in it. It's about never giving up. Like I said, my heart is still here in New York. I'm trying to bring New York to Australia in a lot of ways in what I do. And it's easy to say never give up when you feel like the light is never coming into the darkness. I got very sick with the Crohn's disease. I almost died. When I got home to Australia, my doctor was like, you are literally life or death. You are killing yourself to like survive in the music industry. Wow. Yeah. That's how much I wanted to chase this dream and make it real. But then I realized, like, your dreams can change as you change. And I think that's the lesson of the book. Like, you have these dreams that ignite your fire, but as life changes, the dreams change too.
Yeah.
And
I love that. Your dreams can change. What did you say? Your dreams can change
as you do.
As you change.
Yeah. Yeah. And so now I feel like a new burst of energy with the book. And you never know. Like, I'm up on the Breakfast Club. Like, it's all come full circle. Like, and I met you guys when this was just starting. Life is crazy. And it's so inspiring.
How did you do it? Because nowadays, like, people are so like, it's our culture. And you can't come in and it's all these think pieces on Twitter.
Yeah.
How do you, like, or did you even deal with that when you were first, not in Australia, but just here in New York, being a hip hop journalist, but not being, like, of the culture?
Right. I didn't really feel that until I got to The Source magazine, because that's obviously a venerated hip-hop institution. And I had the conversation with the publisher Londell Macmillan when he hired me, and we spoke about that. And he said, I'm actually hiring you because you are aware of your place and who you are.
Gotcha.
And he said, some of the staff have said, like, who is this girl? What's her pedigree? We don't know her background. They didn't know all the years that I put into working within the art form. And so for a little minute, I felt some imposter syndrome. But then I realized, look, I've never tried to be anybody but myself. And I've always encouraged, like I said, like, especially young black women. Like, Nyla Simone was my intern at The Source.
Oh, wow.
Oh, wow. I know she's intern at The Source.
You know Nyla on tour right now with Rhapsody?
That's what I'm saying. She's on tour with Rhapsody, who I put in the freestyle sessions. So, like, I've always known my place, and I've always known that I really felt like this culture was not, and is not respected on the level that it should be globally. And even within the States probably, but like especially globally, people will go to the concerts, they love the music, but when it's time to show up at a protest, you know, they don't want to get their hands dirty. And I'm like, no. Like, we can't let black people give us their gifts and not pay that back.
That's real.
In every way. And I've tried to do that. So, yeah, things have shifted a little bit. And I think rightfully so. I think that conversation is very needed. But I have always tried to be as respectful as possible in what I do and just contribute, because it's a global art form now. It was unleashed onto the world from the 70s, and I'm a child of that. So I think my duty is to learn the culture, learn the roots, and just stand as much as I can. Yeah.
All right. Well, from down under to uptown New York City,
That's right.
our music helped one woman make big dreams come true.
Make sure you go tell her she's dreaming right now.
Thank you, guys. Thank you so much.
And we appreciate you for joining us.
Thank you, Virgo.
It
was my birthday last week, too.
Oh, yeah, happy birthday. Happy
thank
belated.
you. Thank you.
Simone, Amelia, Jordan. It's the Breakfast Club. Good morning. Morning, everybody. It's DJ NV, Jess Hilarious, Charlamagne the Guy. We are the Breakfast Club. Lauren LaRosa.
Lauren LaRosa.
Lauren LaRosa. Right?
Rosa. Yes.
I said Rosa.
No, you ain't said black enough, but you Dominican though, so it's hard for
I
us
am
to say
not
Rosa.
Dominican. I am black. But let's get into Jess With The Mess with Lauren LaRosa.
News is real, whether it's Jess Hilarious, Jessica Robin Moore, just don't do no lies,
She don't spare nobody.
Worldwide Jess, worldwide mess.
On the Breakfast Club.
She's the coach of shit.
With Lauren LaRosa.
I'm back. And I got the mess.
Talk to me.
So, very sad news. Remember the Ugandan runner that we talked about yesterday, Rebecca Chitege?
Yeah.
No.
Yep, it has just been confirmed that she has passed away at age 33.
Damn.
The Ugandan Athletics Federation confirmed this news on X. In a statement, they said... Sorry, y'all. In a statement, they said, "We are deeply saddened to announce the passing of our athlete, Rebecca, early this morning, who tragically fell victim to domestic violence." They also posted, as a federation, they condemn such act and they call for justice. May her soul rest in peace. And if you remember, we talked about yesterday that she had been burned in over 75% of her body after her boyfriend at the time threw gasoline on her and set her on fire. They were in an argument over land that they both, or she recently purchased in Kenya. They were both living in Kenya. Now, I know we had questions yesterday about what was going on with him. He was actually burned too in all of this, so he's being treated, but now he's going to be facing, murder.
Oh, he set himself on fire too?
Yeah, he's in the hospital being treated currently.
Dumbass.
Right now. Yes. So sending a rest in peace to her, man. That is so sad.
Absolutely.
What a cowardly act, man. And just cowardly and senseless over dispute over land.
Yeah.
Like, well, y'all can't have that conversation and figure it out. You got to set her on fire.
No sense.
I mean, yeah.
And she recently won a medal in the Olympics, right?
Yeah, she came in 44th, but also they got two babies.
Jesus.
Just 2 babies. Yeah. So sending a rest in peace to her, and
I wonder when men think like that, right? It's like even if you don't care for the baby mama or whatever, right? Don't you think about your kids, and that's your kid's mom, and you wouldn't want to hurt your kid's mom?
I don't even know if the guy is the mother of is the father of the 2 kids. I don't know that for sure.
Oh, that's true too.
He could be.
Yeah.
Even if so, right? Even if they're not your kids, this is still a woman who has 2 children.
Regardless,
this
it's
is
a cowardly
human.
act over some
land.
Oh, it's definitely a cowardly
act.
But it's even more of a cowardly act when it's if you were the father of those children doing that to their mom, you would at least care about the well-being of your kids and say to yourself, "Oh, I'm not going to do that to their mom," right?
Yeah,
I would think
so.
And she just has so much to live for too. So it's really sad to see stuff like that. Now, in other news, this is trending right now. Former President Barack Obama's half-brother, Malik Obama, has voiced his support for Donald Trump. And he's launched a bunch of online conversation against Kamala Harris in the Democratic Party.
Now, what color is his brother now? Because Barack is half white.
He's
black.
a Kenyan American.
He's black.
He's a Kenyan American businessman and politician. And he said, "What color? What side is it?"
What side is it?
You got to make sure.
But it's not the first time, because in the last election he was riding with Trump.
I didn't even know he had a brother. I never paid no attention.
Of course, this is being picked up though because the Obamas are such big supporters of Kamala. But yeah, so. He's related to Obama through their father, Barack Obama Sr., and they had a close relationship at first, but now, that doesn't seem like to be the case. And he's a constant critic. He's known to be a constant critic of Barack Obama and the Democrats. So, like you said, Envy, this is not anything new. So he sent out a tweet, and the tweet said, "I am Malik Obama. I'm a registered Republican, and I'm voting for President Donald Trump." Is this anything to worry about, y'all?
Well, that's his right. He can vote for whoever he wants to vote for.
Yeah. I'll tell you something. The men from Kenya, y'all really down right now. I mean, these last 2 stories show me that men from Kenya make poor choices.
Yeah.
I mean, come on.
Right.
You got another one?
No, I don't got no other men from
Kenya.
Nope, no more men from Kenya. We're going to move on. We're coming back into the States now. So Meg Thee Stallion, she did a cover story for Billboard. And in the cover story, she talked about a bunch of different stuff. She talked about, Kamala. She talked about her relationship with Beyonce and starting businesses. But she also talked about the...
Black men from Kenya.
No. She talked about a black woman from the U.S., Nicki Minaj.
Okay.
So she talked about their beef, but it wasn't really much to say to it. So they basically asked her about his and kind of how that came about and what the issue was. Because I was sitting here thinking about it as I was looking up this story, and I'm like, it's been going on for so long, since like 2019, 2020. I don't know what the issue is. Like, it's always been... like speculated that maybe it was because Meg Thee Stallion started doing music with Cardi. That then the fans tried to put two and two together and say it was something about drinking and Nicki Minaj trying to get pregnant and Megan offering her alcohol. And I know Nicki had made some comments, but like I really don't know what it is. And Meg Thee Stallion herself basically said she has no idea. So they asked her like, what, like, is this something that can like even be squashed? And she said, I honestly don't know what the issue is. So to even have a conversation about squashing the beef is hard because what is the issue?
Well, that's a little bit of gaslighting after you done made a diss record, right? I mean, his was a number one record. Like, you can't go in the studio and record a number one record if you don't know what the issue is.
But you know that there is an issue because Nicki's taking shots. You know what I mean?
That's my point.
Yeah, but why they taking
if you
shots
know
at
there
each other?
is an issue, then you know what the issue is.
I thought it started when they did that song together. I thought there was problems after they did that song and video together.
Exactly.
So
that song came out, I believe that was 2019. Hot Girl Summer.
Right.
It all started after that. But you remember after that, that's when Meg Thee Stallion started collabing with Cardi B, and it's always been a thing of that too. Like people say, anyone that Cardi B begins to work with, Nicki somehow finds a problem with them because Nicki and Cardi's like overarching beef.
WAP wasn't before Hot Girl Summer? I don't remember.
No, WAP was not before Hot Girl Summer. Nope. But the exact quote was they asked her. Like, where did her competitive rap energy come from? And does she feels like does Meg Thee Stallion feel like she's the reason that MCs are rapping competitively again? Because she also threw shots at Drake, and then Kendrick followed up on that. So she said, I would like to
Who
think
asked that dumbass question?
Billboard. She said, I would like to think that I start things. I don't that. Yeah, I thought she didn't start things. I would like to think that I start things. I don't know. I just knew I did what I had to do. And I said what I had to say. If it opened the door for everyone else to get stuff off their chest, well, I'm glad.
She didn't open up the door for competitive rap.
At all.
Not for competitive rap, but
not
people,
even in this era.
But when the Drake and Kendrick stuff happened, people were like, Meg took the shot first on his at Drake.
Who said that?
There are people that go look
there
at
no people
y'all need to get on
that.
Twitter. Y'all need to get on Twitter with me and the people, okay?
Every year is some type of little rap.
Nobody, Brandon, Art Red, none of y'all else heard that narrative in this room?
No.
This the first time y'all heard it? Okay. Because I don't just be making
Brandon
stuff up.
Brandon just be so shook of black women. He's like, I heard it. Because see, Brandon has a reputation. He's from Ghana, but he has a never mind. I won't put you out there. I just say that somebody in the room really likes white women. Okay, not saying it's Brandon at all. I'm just saying that somebody in this room really likes white women.
So when I just said that, he felt
put him
compelled.
under pressure. Yes,
that was his version of reparations.
Y'all put a lot of pressure on him. Yeah.
Okay, so that wasn't just your version of reparations.
I'm not on your side anymore, actually.
Oh,
wow!
Switched up on you.
That's crazy.
Switched up on you.
You see how y'all do black women in this room?
Damn, see, Brandon. See.
What my homegirl Mack say? Protect black women.
Damn, see, Brandon. See, right back in the corner you was in.
Sit your ass back down.
That's what you get for pandering.
Period.
All right. Well, that is Jess with the Mess with Lauren LaRosa. All right. Now, when we come back, Charlamagne, who you giving that? Did I say your name right?
It's
Lauren
okay.
LaRosa.
I said Lauren LaRosa.
Nah, you gotta hit that
LaRosa.
Rosa.
Lauren LaRosa.
You put a little ding, 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 ding.
Because he's Dominican.
I'm not Dominican.
I know.
And my people, and you know what they've been saying on Twitter? You tell them what they've been saying?
Wepa.
No, that's Wepa.
Nah,
they've been saying that.
What they been saying,
You be
Charlamagne?
confusing Dominican Republic and the island of Dominica, and they don't like that.
No, you be doing
Dominica,
that.
excuse me. Dominica.
No,
don't
you
like
posted that influencer video yesterday. You know what they were saying on Twitter?
What?
Zest is the new mess.
Oh, please.
Zesty.
I've been uncty out here.
Uncty?
Okay.
Look how you
I'm
hold that
uncty.
tea. Look at you. Look. Ooh.
Okay.
Give him a little shimmy.
What do you identify you as?
Uncty.
Okay, Uncty. Who you give me a donkey to, Uncty?
Ricky Smith. She needs to come to the front of the congregation. We would like to have a word with her, okay?
All right, we'll get
you
to that
would never
next.
believe what she said Kanye West told her to do.
Please stop talking to us with that pinky up. I can't take you serious.
Zesty. It's the Breakfast Club. Good morning.
Wake up. You're locked into the Breakfast Club.
Whoever's execution on the donkey of the day is something to behold.
Is it a read?
He gave me donkey of the day, and I deserve it.
People need to know.
Well, you need to tell them.
I am.
You have the voice. Tell them. Tell them.
It's time for Donkey of the Day.
It's a read, but you're so good at it.
You trying to be a fake ass Charlamagne. There's only one Charlamagne to go.
Damn, Charlamagne, who you giving Donkey of the Day to now?
Well, Sexy Red, Donkey of the Day for Thursday, September 5th goes to a 28-year-old woman from Louisville named Ricky Smith. Okay, Ricky Smith was arrested after she claimed Kanye West told her to steal a car. Let's go to WDRB for the report, please.
Woman was arrested in Evansville after she claims Kanye West told her to steal a car that had a child inside. Evansville police responded to calls of a woman trying to get into random cars Friday morning. Officers arrested Ricky Smith after a woman says Smith tried to steal her car with her child in the backseat. When police asked Smith why she tried to take the car, she said that Kanye West spoke to her telegraphically and told her to steal it. Smith is charged with attempted kidnapping and attempted auto theft.
Now, let me be the first to say, there are a lot of things we can blame Kanye West for. There are a lot of things I would like to blame Kanye West for. But this isn't one of them. Okay, this young lady said Kanye West spoke to her telegraphically. Now, if you know anything about me, then you know I'm a huge comic book fan. Marvel is my favorite. I have a tattoo of Wolverine on my right arm. I am a massive X-Men fan. The leader of the X-Men is Charles Xavier. Professor X. Now, I'm not the highest grade of weed in the dispensary, but Professor X power is telepathy. Okay, I believe the first time I even heard about telepathy was because of Charles Xavier. Telepathy allows him to read and control the minds of others. He is considered one of the most powerful telepaths in the world and can read minds within a 250-mile radius. Telepathy. So I was confused when I heard Ricky Smith say Kanye West spoke to her telegraphically. That didn't sound like anything Charles Xavier could do. Now, I looked up telegraphically, and telegraphically means in a way that is short and does not use extra words. There is no way Kanye West would ever speak to someone telegraphically because he uses a lot of words. Okay, he talks a lot, and it wouldn't be short. Let me use it in a sentence. As a headline writer, his job is to come up with a telegraphically brief description of what each article is about. What I'm trying to tell you is that telegraphically has nothing to do with telepathy. I did some research, and by research, I mean I asked ChatGPT. I said, ChatGPT, what's the difference between telegraphically and telepathy? And ChatGPT told me like 30 to 40 grand. Gamecock sucker, beat it. Okay? That's Jay-Z, imaginary player. Google it, kids. ChatGPT actually told me that telegraphically and telepathy refer to two very different concepts, okay? Telegraphically relates to the use of a telegraph, which is a device used in the 19th and early 20th centuries to send messages over long distances using electric signals. Now, Kanye West samples a lot of old music, but I didn't know he also sampled old technology. Okay, there is a big difference between speaking through the wire and speaking through Morse code. If Kanye is resorting to Morse code, then wherever he is must have trash-ass Wi-Fi. I mean, if he's doing Morse code, then his Wi-Fi is as unstable as he is. Okay, ... Ricky, I'm gonna let you finish, but Grand Theft Auto has the greatest car thefts of all time. Now, telepathy refers to the ability to transmit thoughts or feelings between individuals without using traditional communication methods. The moral of the story is Kanye West did not tell this woman to steal a car telegraphically or with telepathy. Okay, Ricky wrecked her car, but told police her car broke down. Then she jumped into a woman's vehicle while the other woman walked into a store. She was pulled out of the vehicle, and since the child was inside the car during the incident, she was charged with attempted kidnapping and attempted auto theft. This has nothing to do with Kanye West, y'all. This has to do with poor choices and clear mental health issues. Okay, I believe there should be consequences for Ricky Smith's actions, but when we are considering the consequences, please consider that something is clearly not right with this young lady mentally. Okay, we can't just be sending folks to prison. If these are correctional facilities, then let them do some actual correcting by getting this woman the proper mental health resources she needs. But in the meantime, we also have to give her the credit she deserves for making stupid choices. Please give Ricky Smith the sweet sounds of the Hamiltons, please.
Oh, now you are the donkey of the day. You are the donkey of the day. Yee-haw.
Now, I just spoke about providing proper mental health resources to folks, right? And if you know anything about me, you know I'm a huge mental health advocate, okay? I encourage you to invest in your mental wealth. And if you don't have the resources to properly invest in your mental wealth, let me help you, okay? I am proud to announce that my 4th annual Mental Wealth Expo will be happening October 12th at the Marriott Marquis here in Times Square, New York City.
Hey.
Okay? If you have never been to one of my Mental Wealth Expos, it is a free event. Everyone gets in free, and it is a day of mental health education and healing. When you come, you will hear from experts on all things mental health. We have panels, we have live podcasts, we have breakout rooms. One of the breakout rooms I'm excited about this year is Me-ternal, where we address the complexities of the black the black maternal health crisis, okay? And let me tell you some of the guests we have this year. Of course, my partner, Dr. Alfie, drop on the clues bombs for Dr. Alfie. She is the Mental Wealth Alliance Chief Mental Wealth Officer and a Coma Project founder. We have award-winning professor and black mental health scholar, Dr. Rita Walker, the author of one of my favorite books, The Unapologetic Guide to Black Mental Health. If you haven't read that, you need to, by Dr. Rita Walker. We have master well-being educator and healer, my good sister, Debbie Brown. Okay? We have lifestyle therapist, author, and speaker, my good brother, Jay Barnett. We have solution-focused therapist, Elliot Connie. My good sister, Angela Rye, will be there. Shaka Singh Kaur will be there. And we have a woman you have seen all over social media. You've seen her talking to Nick Cannon. You've seen her talking to...
Oh, you got her.
Cam Newton.
Cam Newton. Yes. She's on Basketball Wives, right? Dr. Cheyenne Bryant will be there. Okay? Dropping the clues bomb for her. And the author of the book, Cry Like a Man, the star of the Lawrence Fishburne-produced documentary, The Cave of Adullam, Detroit's finest, Jason Wilson, will be there. And Jason will be in conversation, because, Jason wrote a book called Cry Like a Man, which I love. And he'll be in conversation with a man who a couple of weeks ago came on Breakfast Club and bared his soul and told us black men cry. So I can't wait to see these two individuals have a conversation about just the power of releasing in regards to tears. Tyrese will be there, okay? So yes, we will see you October 12th, Marriott Marquis, Times Square in New York City for my 4th annual Mental Wealth Expo. The event is free, and open to all ages. For more details, go to mentalwealthexpo.com.
And they can register there as well, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Mentalwealthexpo.com.
You're a little smart a little bit.
No, I'm not. Mentalwealthexpo.com.
I like how you put all that together. With the relevancy, the Tyrese, with the who is it? Your team? It's not you. It's your team.
I don't know what you're talking about. It's God.
So
it's always God.
If it's not, because maybe it's the team. Because maybe you're not smart. But that was, I like that.
I'm smart enough to have the right people around me.
So you're saying you're dumb?
I am.
Great.
Oh, everybody know I'm dumb.
So happy to hear you being honest this morning. What is it? Get honest or die lying.
That's the name of the book.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Lauren.
You just started getting honest, and I just started reading because I had to.
We can tell you just started reading. It's Delaware. It has nothing to do with you. It's all Delaware.
You should have just let it go.
Delaware.
You should have just let it go.
You should have just let it go.
No, listen.
Lauren, we get
I knew that
It's
to see
all
where his
Delaware.
comprehension was
It's all
because we know he a
Delaware.
little.
You should have just let it go.
A little off. I think I might pull up this year.
October 12th.
Yeah.
Marriott Marquis.
Give me some resources.
Make sure you register online.
Yeah, I need some resources because I deal with a lot on the daily at work.
Listen, we got whatever you need. We got breakout rooms, okay?
And black women go through stuff at work as well.
Whatever
But
you
they
want.
cry too.
Anxiety, depression.
They get gaslit too.
PTSD, women's mental wellness. We got it all for you.
Yeah, I might be there to protest. Might be there with a sign.
You got anything? Let me stop. All right. Well, up next is Ask C and E. If you got questions for Charlamagne, MV, and Lauren, call us up right now. 800-585-1051. It's The Breakfast Club. Good morning.
The Breakfast Club. Ask Charlamagne and DJ Envy anything.
Pick it up, roll.
It's time to ask C&E.
Morning, everybody. It's DJ Envy, Jess Hilarious, Charlamagne the Guy. We are The Breakfast Club. Lauren LaRosa filling in for Jess. It is time for Ask C and E. We got Carter on the line. Carter, what's your question?
So I'm just trying to kind of figure out what I should do with my situation. I've been married 15 years to a music producer. He's been doing music since I met him. I was 16 when I met him. So he feels like he got a calling from God. I ended up getting him to get a job as an insurance agent, and it's been kind of hard to keep him, working there. But he's been doing it. Lately, I've been working 3 jobs for like the past 3 years. So, every month we have the same, and I go to school, so.
And you gotta have sex with him.
So I don't have to keep doing
She having sex with him, all that?
Yeah.
You still having sex with him?
We do, and he's a sex addict. So we don't do it as much, so of course that's one of our huge problems. I don't want to. I'm too tired sometimes.
How old are you, Mama?
Well, first of all, what's your question? You want to tell him to give up on his dreams?
She wants to ask if she should tell him to give up on his dream. But how old are you?
I'm 31. He's 33.
I don't think you should tell him to give up on his dreams, especially if he has another job. Like I tell people all the time, and I wrote about this in my first book, you have 168 hours in a week. That is more than enough time to deal with your reality, which is having a job, and to be able to chase your dreams, and to be able to get sleep and have sex with your wife and all of that other good stuff. So I don't think you should tell him to quit his dreams.
She's saying he won't go to the other job, right?
He says now he doesn't want to go to the other job.
I don't necessarily want him to quit his dreams, but I'm a dancer, and I've been a dancer all my life.
Stripper?
But right now, for the past 3 years, I haven't even been to a dance studio.
When you say,
she's a dancer.
I thought you meant stripper.
No,
I still plan to get a studio, but right now it's grind time. We have 4 kids.
And she's right. She's absolutely right. You got 4 kids. You have 3 jobs, and he's trying to make beats. But is there any, is he making beats for somebody? Is it seeming like he could sell a beat?
He is super talented. He can make beats, produce. He can turn a song from nothing to something.
It's only a matter of time.
Yes.
I won't knock that.
Then it's only a matter of time. He might need to take another job and maybe not produce 8 hours, produce 4 hours a day. But if he's that talented, it's only a matter of time. And if he catches, boy, oh boy, y'all be laughing at this in a couple of years.
So he don't work at the insurance place at all?
No, he does.
That's
he works
right.
40 hours.
Yeah.
But
he said he don't want to go to work.
Economy. That's why I feel bad for asking him to get another job, because he does work 40 hours. Some dudes don't even do that.
Well, first of all, what you should be doing is shouting out his name and his Instagram page right now. Okay? That's what you should be doing.
That's right.
At Real Life Fresh, y'all go follow my man. Like I said, he's a great producer.
And it's only a matter of time. So you keep cooking for that man, and letting him sweat on you.
She can't.
And he got a job.
4 jobs. She tired.
You got 3 jobs and 4 kids.
Where you work? What's the 3 jobs you got?
I'm a server, a bartender, and I cook at World of Beer and Chef's Garden Catering. I also wash dishes there. So, like I said, I don't mind picking up when he need me to.
Y'all sound great. Y'all sound like a phenomenal couple. I'm gonna be honest with you. Y'all sound like a nice, hard-working couple, and I feel like all that hard work gonna pay off for y'all.
I hope it does too, Mama.
I hope it. Thank y'all. Thank y'all for giving me that advice.
Good luck, and put out his Instagram one more time for all you rappers out there. Somebody might pick him up and buy one of his beats and help y'all out.
Or any women that want to relieve some of that man's stress.
At Real Life Fresh. Yeah, he can do any kind of beat, R&B, hip hop, any kind of he can produce from Florida.
You ain't hear
Charlamagne. Record y'all on the phone.
I didn't even say nothing.
You ain't hear Charlamagne though. He talking about tell the women go relieve his stress.
They trying to. Lauren's single. She negative. Don't listen to her because I didn't say that. Have a great day.
Hey, we open to sugar mamas too. I love women.
Oh,
you are perfect.
Yo, I was about to say.
I mean, what you are a
look
perfect
like? What's
person.
your Instagram?
You're just a perfect person.
My Instagram is GQ_I dance.
Because what I'm doing ain't working, so I might got figured it. I might got come down there with y'all.
Let me see. What she look like?
GQ_dancer.
I dance.
And you a dancer, so I know you in shape. Go ahead, Queen.
Yes.
What it look like, Lauren? Would you join in? Somebody in the back said,
I ain't. Hey, you a queen to me, Queen. Okay, you have a blessed day. Right.
Good luck.
Y'all ask me.
Well, let me
People
see.
just in here hating.
I barely pulled up.
All
the
I hear is a
Instagram.
bunch of haters.
They look like a happy couple. Shout out to them.
Barely pulled up the Instagram. Y'all asking me questions.
They look like a happy couple.
Yeah, man.
Happy
They doing their thing, man.
Yeah, that's right.
You know what I'm saying? Ain't nothing wrong with
She
what's
should
going
take
on
my
over
fifth
there.
class.
All right.
You know what I'm
Ask C&E. 800-585-1051 is the Breakfast Club. Good morning.
Ask Charlamagne and DJ Envy anything.
Pick it up, pick it up, pick it up. Rude.
It's time to ask C&E.
Morning, everybody. It's DJ Envy. Jess Hilarious, Charlamagne the Guy. We are the Breakfast Club. Lauren LaRosa is filling in for Jess. It's Ask C&E. We got Tim on the line. Tim, good morning.
Good morning.
What's your question for C&E, brother? And Lauren.
All right, so here's my situation. I'm on child support, right? And I end up losing my job, so I end up getting behind on child support.
Mm-hmm.
School comes back in, and my baby mama asked me, can I help get some school supplies and school clothes and stuff for my son? But I tell her I'm behind on child support. If you can take the back child support off, I don't have no problem with helping with these other things.
Okay. Sounds logical to me.
Yeah, so I feel like I should pay my child support in order for her to get her, get the money. So she is at the point till I'm almost losing my license over this. In the state of South Carolina, child support comes straight out your check.
And they put you right in jail.
And if you don't, they'll put you in jail. Well, first they'll suspend your license, and then they'll put you in jail. But I'm telling her, like, hey, we need to co-parent this thing. Can you at least take the back child support off so I can get myself situated, and I don't have no problem with doing other things.
What she say?
If I'm wrong.
What she say?
But she said no. She wrote me and she blocked me. She wrote me this whole paragraph and then blocked me.
How long you been without a job, bro? How long you been without a job?
Well, I recently just got another job a couple of weeks ago. But it was a period where it got up to like $3,000. Once it hit like $3,000, then they go threaten to suspend your license.
Right. Well, I'm gonna tell you what you need to do, my brother. You need to come up with that money. You need to come up with that money, okay? Because if she is not willing to negotiate with you in any way, shape, or form, then you ain't got nothing to do but go out there and get that bread to pay your back child support and catch up so you don't end up in jail.
Yeah, because it's gonna be a lot. It's gonna be worse because they're gonna take your license, then you can't drive to work, so then you're gonna have to walk or ride a bike, and it's gonna be even worse. Then they're gonna put you in jail. So, like Charlamagne said, you need to figure out how to get that $3,000, get it current.
Where you from?
And then have another conversation.
Where you at in South Carolina?
I know, but from Orangeburg, South Carolina.
Listen, Orangeburg, South Carolina. There got to be a fat white woman with some money around there somewhere.
What?
There got to be a big back white woman around there with some money, and you know what you need to do.
What do you need to do?
You got to do a little something strange for some change, sir. Desperate times call for desperate measures.
Here's the thing, Charlamagne. Here's the thing. I tried to go into business for myself, and I ended up quitting a job that I had to go into business for myself. And I was without a job for like 3 months. I didn't make no money. So I got behind on a lot of bills.
Investing in yourself, I respect it.
Yeah, but the problem is when you stop working for 3 months and make no money and you got kids, how your kids gonna eat?
Yeah. What was the business you invested in?
Well, I tried to get my own truck, and then I only made $700 within that 3 months. So my rent didn't get paid. I had a little money that I had saved up, but all of that rent, bills, car note,
you still got the
insurance.
Truck? You still got the truck?
No, I gave it back.
Oh, damn.
What kind of truck was it? What were you hauling?
He rented it.
Oh, you rented it?
I was hauling all different type of stuff. It was a Freightliner.
Okay, I got you.
Well, I'm telling you, man, get on your knees right now, say a prayer, and say, God, please bring me a fat white woman with some money.
You know how to eat.
God, please bring me a fat white woman.
With some money. With some money.
You need one with no teeth.
With some money.
Okay.
Good.
All right.
Dr. Umar's not gonna like that, but have a good one.
You gotta do what you gotta do.
Hey, Envy.
Hmm?
Here you go.
There you go. All right. See, I'm not gonna give you no money, but yeah, he just blew the horn. Not you didn't. Okay.
You're not gonna pay him for blowing you?
It's what?
You're not gonna pay him for blowing you? And
No.
send that man some on his Cash App, man.
What's wrong with
that
you?
man blew you without even asking, man.
He was so excited too. He looked at me.
You see that?
Like,
I am totally against it.
Laura looked at me back like, okay, what? All right. Anyway, Ask C&E, 800-585-1051. When we come back, we got Jess with the Mess with Lauren LaRosa, so don't move. It's The Breakfast Club. Good morning.
The Breakfast Club.
Morning, everybody. It's DJ NV, Jess Hilarious, Charlamagne the Guy. We are The Breakfast Club. Let's get to Jess with the Mess with Lauren LaRosa.
News is real. Whether it's Jess Hilarious, Jessica Robin Moore, just don't do no lies.
She don't spare nobody.
Worldwide Jess, worldwide Mess.
On The Breakfast Club.
She's a coach of shit.
With Lauren LaRosa.
I'm back. And I got the mess.
Talk to me.
Taylor Swift is back in the headlines with her bae, Travis Kelce, because there was this document that surfaced, and Travis Kelce's PR team had to come out and let the world know that this is not a real document. This is not happening. But this document was basically like a comprehensive media plan, and the media plan was planning for Travis Kelce to break up with Taylor Swift and how he would handle the rollout of the announcement of the breakup, right? Mm-hmm. So the plan said that the breakup was going to happen, and the breakup was going to happen in September. It would be announced on September 28th. And then after that, they would give it a few days to kind of hit the media or whatever. And then this whole little rollout would happen so that Travis Kelce doesn't get a lot of the negative feedback and pushback and all that stuff.
It's impossible. You break up with Taylor Swift, you're going to get all the negative feedback in the world.
Let me tell you.
Let Taylor dump you.
Mm-hmm.
So they about to break up?
Either way. No, because his PR firm came out and said that this is all not true. Like, this is false. The document was fabricated. This is forgery. And they even took steps further. So the document began to it began circulating on Reddit first, and then it hit other platforms. So they have reached out to Reddit's legal team to figure out who originated the posting of the document, so they can take legal action or do whatever they need to do. Because not only did this document,
what if they end up suing Taylor?
Oh,
she's the one who leaked it.
That'd be some tea. Because because this is what I was thinking though. Because Taylor Swift does she leaves like little breadcrumbs for her fans. So it's like, what if that was one of those? I don't know. I think they would be in on it though, right? Like they would have to know. She wouldn't set herself up like that where it'd be discovered this way. But anyway, so Travis Kelce's PR team came out and talked about they're taking legal action, all that good stuff. Now, here's a part that you guys are probably going to be upset about. Y'all know that the NFL season is kicking off tonight. Kansas City Chiefs versus the Baltimore Ravens. So earlier in the week, there was a clip that circulated online, and it just talks about how Taylor Swift is reinvigorating the NFL. Let's take a listen.
Stop it. Cut it out.
Meeting Taylor and realize how genuine and cool she is. I mean, I think that's been special to me because, I mean, she's, like you said, the most famous person in the world. She could not be, and she's really interested in football, and she asks a lot of great questions. She's already drawn up plays, so we might have to put one in.
Oh, gosh, that's amazing. That's Patrick Mahomes' white half talking.
Yep. No. I thought I was agreeing with that's Patrick Mahomes. I didn't even hear the white half.
She's not drawing up no goddamn place.
Travis Kelce says she's really interested as well, and she always asks questions, and she doesn't really know a lot, but she wants to give input. And
it's a shame that the Kansas City Chiefs are back-to-back Super Bowl champions, going for a three-peat this year.
Right.
And
first time ever done.
And they are giving their headlines to Taylor Swift.
That's right.
Cut it out. Patrick Mahomes.
Will she be there tonight?
Probably so. I'm not for sure. I don't know that answer to that question, but we know that they're not breaking up.
Okay.
We do know that for sure. That was not true.
All right.
I don't care.
Yes, you do. You were a Swiftie. You were shaking it off a little bit.
You never seen that in your life.
Yeah, because remember you had told me that
I don't like mayonnaise.
That's
I
not
don't
true.
Put mayonnaise on nothing except for potato salad, and just enough.
You don't put mayonnaise on a sandwich?
You put too much mayonnaise on something and ruins it.
Nah, you can put mayonnaise on a sandwich.
No.
A little bit.
He acting like he don't remember the last time I was here when he tried to throw that Snow King thing on me. He had told me that,
I forgot you used to worship Travis Kelce.
Never worshipped.
I forgot you.
Oh, that was your screensaver when he had the Timbs on.
About that. You had Travis with the Timbs on your phone.
Yes, you did. That lie say you didn't.
Damn.
Screensaver is crazy. I'm
gonna bring Dr. Umar in here to do an exorcism on you.
Can you wait till I take my blonde braids out? Because it's like one thing at a time.
Where was you at when Dr. Umar was here last time? Jess wasn't on maternity leave.
Yeah, I wasn't.
Don't worry, Dr. Umar. I'm gonna bring Dr. Umar in here to do exorcism on you.
Exorcism?
That's right.
Can you perform it on YouTube?
No,
because you got some.
I don't
dark
have a love for
demons
snow
over
bunnies.
Yeah, you
snow
do.
kings. You love snow crab legs.
No, I like the whole crabs, the blue crabs. Anyway, moving on.
What are you talking about right now?
I don't know.
Okay.
I told you what I think is going on with him.
Did you take your shot yet?
I took it already.
You didn't take it right there, but go ahead.
No, this was the first one.
That's your shot. Take a shot.
Can we move on?
Yes, more snow crab legs.
Back to the story. So, designer. You guys, rapper designer. Panda. Yep. You gotta say that when you say designer, right?
Yes.
So designer, he recently hopped online and decided to respond to 50 Cent.
He did a diss?
Yeah, sort of ish. I don't know if it count as a diss because it didn't hit. But let's take a listen to 50 so we can understand where designer was coming from.
You know what came to me? I was what's the name? Sound like Future. He sounded like Future.
I got clubs
Panda. Yeah, I got bras in
the
I met with him before he did the deal with Kanye. Had him at the office. I'm like, yo, so let me hear the other records you got. And he's like, I said, that's it. And the shit was so hot that he had it. I was struggling. And I was like, nah, I can't get that money. Let them give him whatever they're gonna get. When I made one record, I didn't know how to make the next one.
Right.
You see what I'm saying?
Right.
So if you have the distraction of a hit record, you move around, you start seeing all these bad. You done been married 3 times this weekend. So if this is gonna happen, you done got all this confused. You like, what happened? What's your next record? I don't know. I think I like her.
I think 50 was absolutely right.
Yeah, wasn't nothing wrong with what 50 said, but I think designer took it as like 50 calling him like a one-hit wonder, because that was always the conversation around designer. Yep. It's like, one-hit wonder, whatever. So designer was like, you know what? I'm a drop a
diss record,
a song, a freestyle. How you feel about that?
Well, I saw the video. I just kept thinking to myself, like, what were his passengers thinking? Like, I hope he waited to drop them off before he did that. He did that freestyle.
Somebody was in the car because they had to hold the camera. Oh, you mean? Wait. When you say his passengers, are you calling designer an Uber driver?
He wasn't driving Uber?
Yo. Sky.
No, I'm serious. Somebody told me he was driving Uber. He wasn't driving Uber?
I don't know that. I don't like to say anything I don't know to be confirmed as true.
Okay.
I just saw him in the car.
Oh, yeah, I thought he was driving the Uber. That'd be crazy to ask the passengers to tape you. He's not doing that. That's how you get. Well, first of all, I'm giving that freestyle 1 star. But if you give me, if I'm riding in your Uber and you pass me the camera and say record you, I'm definitely giving you 1 star.
Yo, who told you that?
Yo,
the voice is in my head.
No, he put it on Instagram like point of view another hit because he wanted people to know like I can make another hit.
Well, you need to go in the studio and actually record on a beat and put the record out. You can't do that from the front seat of your Uber.
That's
okay?
crazy. That's. I mean, nothing wrong with driving Uber.
No, nothing
Don't be
at
in my
all.
comments.
No, nothing at all. But I'm just saying you can't. That's not how you prove to somebody that you can make hits.
You know the rappers be doing the car freestyles. Don't play with them.
That's not a hit. That's just a freestyle.
Be doing it all the time.
Because Pap can rap.
Yeah.
Because Papoose can actually rap, and he's a lyricist, and we know Pap is a lyricist.
Right.
That's not what Designer proved nothing just now. He proved nothing.
He proved his phone camera worked.
Exactly. It's not another hit. It's not another hit. And it wasn't a good rap. Like he proved nothing.
If Designer wants to make music again, I say get out there and try and figure it out. Designer.
I hope you get in an Uber one day and he's driving.
No,
see what you're gonna
he's gonna drive you right to hell because that's where you belong.
This is why there has to be a buffer between you and your phone. Because I believe that when you record certain things and post, like social media should ask you, do you really want to upload this? If there's nobody around to stop you, social media should at least say, are you sure?
Like, yo, dog, we here. You sure about that?
Netflix does that. When you've been watching the show, they ask you, are you still watching? They should do that on all social media apps. When you post something, it should say, are you sure?
Designer to type on Netflix to be like, don't ask me again.
Dang.
All right. Well, that was Jess with the Mess with Lauren LaRosa.
Yo, LaRosa. You still
I said LaRosa.
Okay.
Oh, Designer will never ask his phone nothing. You know, people be talking to their phone and asking questions. I know Siri be catching hell with Designer.
I hope you got I hope you get in the back of his car one day going to the airport.
Coming.
Oh my God! Chat GPT, the AI, what? I know they be just asking Designer over and over. What did you just say?
I hope he Uber Eats to your house one day, and one day you order Uber Eats and you got to deliver it off.
Why are we making him an Uber Eats driver and an Uber driver? Like he could, y'all.
Charlamagne did.
I did not do that.
And nothing wrong with that again, but I think you're doing it to try and play his career.
I was not. Somebody literally told me
Who?
People's Choice Mix is up next. I hate this place. It's the Breakfast Club. Good morning.
The Breakfast Club. Your mornings will never be the same.
Morning, everybody. It's DJ NV, Jess Hilarious, Charlamagne the Guy. We are the Breakfast Club. Lauren LaRosa. LaRosa. That's what I said.
LaRosa. We just found out.
In my New York verse, just be easy when you say
LaRosa.
Yeah, LaRosa.
LaRosa.
My grandmother's name was Rosa, so
that's my mom's name.
That's very black.
All right.
LaRosa. I'm just gonna call you Rosa.
It's LaRosa
like
Ann too. Ain't that crazy? My Aunt Ann, God rest her soul.
LaRosa Ann? Mm-hmm. I like that. Why we call you Lauren for?
Because my name is Lauren.
That's her name.
I like Rosa Ann.
Love Rosa Ann.
Because you got that kind of energy.
What, Rosa Ann?
Nah, just that drunk auntie, like, going to be a grandma energy, you know?
Okay,
that's all.
Going to be a grandma.
Rosa Ann.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, Rosa Ann.
Wait till I give you a ballroom name, because that's the energy you be coming with.
My ballroom name would be, I had one too. Damn.
You did? You've been to a ball?
No. I just had a ballroom name.
Oh, because you was planning to go?
No, I had, what was it called? Was it Reposado Holiday or something like that? I'm making this up. Don't listen to me.
All right. Well, salute to Simone.
You said ballroom. I thought about Billie Holiday, so I was trying to combine it too. That could be my name, Silly Holiday.
What's wrong with you, man?
That's my name, Lauren. That's my ballroom name, Silly Holiday.
Oh my goodness. Simone Amelia Jordan for joining us. We appreciate you. Make sure you pick up her book. Tell her she's dreaming. So salute to Simone.
Salute to Simone. What up, Simone? Simone put the Breakfast Club in our first, big photo shoot, man.
That's right.
With Dr. J. So
correct.
Thank you, Simone.
Charlamagne, you got a positive note?
I do, but I want to tell everybody in New Orleans, September 20th, 7:30 p.m., I will be at Baldwin and Company, bookstore. So make sure you go get a book to pull up so I can sign it, take pictures and all of that good stuff, man. I'll be at Baldwin and Company in New Orleans, 7:30 p.m. on September 20th. All right, so see you there. Now, the positive note comes from one of my favorite authors, Mr. Robert Greene. Law 46 and the 48 Laws of Power never appear too perfect. Okay, appearing better than others is always dangerous, but most dangerous of all is to appear to have no faults or weaknesses. Envy creates silent enemies. It is smart to occasionally display defects and admit to harmless vices in order to deflect envy and appear more human and approachable. Only gods and the dead can seem perfect with impunity. I don't even know if that's true anymore, to be honest with you, the way y'all be slandering dead people. But that's the positive note. Have a great day.
Breakfast Club, bitches!
Y'all finished or y'all done?